I'm the king of the world! My precious. I will think about this tomorrow. It's the arts. A look at the cinema. Good evening. You are watching BBC 4, and this is It's the Arts, a look at the cinema. Tonight we have a look at one specific genre of cinema. It is called a remake. Remake means that one popular film is made by another director in his own interpretation. We all know different kinds of movies that are sequels. We all know films like Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, 12, and other movies that are sequels. And my guest tonight will be a very famous director who is made a sequel from, I believe to say, very rarely known film from the Baltic states. A comedy made by Latvian famous director Johnny Straight. A film called Limousine, in the color of a St. John's night. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed my pleasure to have in the studio of It's the Arts Look at the Cinema the director that brought us films like Raging Dogs, Pulp Fiction, and other great movies. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Quentin Tarantino. Hi, Quentin.
Hi, Graham. Hi. Nice to be here at your studio. It's a beautiful place. I like the way you make the interior of this place. I think it's smashing. It's good.
It is nice to hear that. It's nice to hear that. We are trying to do our best.
Yeah.
So, Quentin, please tell about, as I believe, you just recently flew to us from Los Angeles, from the Hollywood.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
How was your flight?
Yeah, that's right. Oh, you know, yes, I was actually, I was going by plane, you know, and they get this thing down at the airport, you know, these two pieces of metal, you know, when you go through and they say beep, 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 you have a fucking gun, you know, and and then they check the passport, no, gates, this gates. So, you know, I walk through these gates, and I show them my passport, and there's a business class ticket for me, you know, business class, you know,
I
they usually
so,
order
yeah.
that, you know, and I go inside my plane, I sit in my business class place, and then this, you know, this girl, the stewardess, walks by, and she says, "Do you want something to drink?" And I said, "Yes, something for business class man to drink," you know, and
then you were back here in London, right?
Yes, but I flew all the way to London with a nigger, you know, he was sitting here.
No, with Afro-American, I want to say, with Afro-American.
No, he was I think black, so he was a nigger, you know, he was smoking
Afro-American, ladies and
this
gentlemen.
fucking cigar, he was doing this like this.
Yes, a big cigar.
Yeah.
So, yes, but now you're here in London, right? So, could you give us a short insight about how did you find this particular movie, the Limousine?
Which one? You mean, Limousine?
In the color of St. John's night, yes.
Yeah. You know, this experience that I had with Limousine in the color of St. John's night is a very interesting thing, you know. I usually, sometimes I go and visit my mom, you know, my mother, and she lives in Holland, you know. And we sometimes watch these movies. We're both very interested in these dark, obscure, I would say.
But I believe that this movie is comedy.
Yes, but you know, this darkness that comes from the eastern side of the globe, you know, it's
Is it so dark?
You know? It is quite so. You know, I've always been interested in that thing. You know, the Japanese theme that I had in Kill Bill. You know, and the other stuff. You know, it's very interesting. So I found this movie through my mother, which is sort of a symbolic thing.
It's quite
That
symbolic.
happens to a man. He makes a movie. So when I saw this, when I looked at the man's name, Johnny Straight, I said, hey, wow, this guy is a genius. He has just a fucking incredibly large wow factor in his movie.